gunman in New Jersey targeted that Jewish supermarket. According to the mayor, 2 gunmen targeted a Jewish supermarket in New Jersey Tuesday. This is the mass shooting that happened yesterday. According to Mayor Fulop, a police officer, 3 bystanders, and 2 gunmen died after an hours-long shootout broke out in Jersey City on Tuesday. The gunfight broke out at a cemetery and continued at a kosher supermarket about a mile away, according to the AP and everybody else who covered it. Last night, after extensive review of our closed-circuit television CCTV system, it has now become clear that from the cameras that these 2 individuals targeted the kosher grocery location. Now, Fulop is a Democrat, tweeted this out. This came after Fulop noted Tuesday evening that the gunman likely targeted the location. It is unclear if the attack was terrorism-related or why officials believe the supermarket was targeted. Of course, the suspects are now apparently tied to the Black Hebrew Israelites. Now, for those of you who are like, that sounds familiar, where do I know that organization from? Well, that is the same group of people that harassed the Covington Catholic kids in Washington, D.C. before the Native American Paul Phillips got involved, and then they blamed the Covington kids for harassing the Native American. It was the Black Hebrew Israelites who were there attacking and harassing the kids verbally, okay? And they were also there the entire day harassing Native Americans. That's what they were doing. So now there's a couple of things. One, as people on the live stream have expressed, they are shocked that the Black Hebrew Israelites even came up in the media. Furthermore, if you look at, did I mess? Okay, somebody says Nathan Phillips. I might have messed up his name. Sorry. Nathan Phillips. He's the Stolen Valor guy. So anyway, if you look at the searches here, you have the New York Times, you have NBC News, you have the Inquirer, you've got, National Review, Washington Examiner. That's not all, new. But the fact that you even have them talking about the Black Hebrew Israelites is huge because they have refused to cover any of them previously. I mean, they all but didn't exist when it came to the Covington story. They just pretended that that group wasn't even there. So now, again, you've got at least one of these gunmen being a member of the Black Hebrew Israelites, according to the information that we have at this point in time. What the extent of that relationship was, I guess we'll have to find out. But the mayor is out there, and he is saying that they targeted this kosher store. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Black Hebrew Israelites are basically a black supremacist group. They hate white people. They don't like Jewish people. They don't like Native Americans. They have some very weird beliefs. Yes, they are pretty much fringe. But isn't it interesting how with the Black Hebrew Israelites and all of these stories where people are covering them, and by the way, I am grateful that they're actually covering them, okay, because they usually don't. But every article that I have read has been the fringe Black Hebrew Israelites, and they're minimizing who this group is. Well, here's the thing. Militant racists in this country are all fringe because they're extremely rare. And most people go through their lives and they will never meet an actual militant racist. It just won't happen. It doesn't matter what race they are from, okay? Some of us will run into them, and I certainly have, but most people won't actually run into that person, all right? They won't ever meet them. So anytime you have an incident where there is a hate crime committed, it's really fringe. But they never say fringe unless, of course, we are dealing with a narrative problem. And the narrative problem here is that, I got news for you, there are black hate groups in the United States of America. There's actually quite a few of them. And the media can do whatever they want to go ahead and minimize all of that. And again, they're still fringe, but all of these hate groups are fringe. But they only attempt to minimize their impact when they have to cover this because it goes against the narrative. So National Review. The suspects in a shooting at a kosher market in Jersey City on Tuesday have been linked to the Black Hebrew Israelite group. The suspects have been identified as David Anderson, Francine Graham, according to NBC4, which is a local New York affiliate. Anderson and Graham were in a U-Haul van in a cemetery on Tuesday when New Jersey Detective Joseph Seals moved in to investigate, as the van was linked to another murder committed on Saturday. The suspect shot Seals, then continued to the market where they opened fire on an Hasidic Jewish man on the sidewalk and continued to shoot at people inside the store. Let's see. They were killed hours after an hours-long shootout with police. Anderson is reportedly a one-time adherent of Black Hebrew ideology, which contends that African Americans are the true descendants of the ancient Israelites. The Black Hebrew Israelites have a supremacist wing classified as a hate group. Okay, they do talk about the Southern Poverty Law Center, but nobody cares about the Southern Poverty Law Center because they themselves are a hate group. Black Hebrew adherents in February harassed a group of students from Covington Catholic School, which is the only reason you're hearing about this because National Review is covering it, okay? This would not typically be in any traditional press. Law enforcement official and Anderson published. A law enforcement official said that Anderson published anti-Semitic texts online. Again, they are anti-Semitic. It has now become clear from those cameras that they targeted this store. I'm paraphrasing the mayor. I'm 100% certain that the situation would have been far more tragic than what it already is, okay, had police not responded to the shooting. In other words, according to the mayor, who's a Democrat, this would have been far worse if the good guys with guns hadn't shown up so fast. Got it. Most active shooters end when the police arrive. In this case, one of the four officers gave his life immediately trying to prevent that subsequently occurred. 2 more officers were shot trying to prevent it, and the Jersey City Police Department continued to respond and engage those people to minimize any possibility of damage. So as time goes on, and Black Hebrew Israelites has been trending on Twitter as well. There's going to be a lot of people who are in new media who understand who this group is, who has talked about this group for some time, and are saying, see, we told you to watch out for this group. As some people in the live stream pointed out, just so we are clear, the Black Hebrew Israelites are responsible for more mass shootings than the NRA. It's true. 100%. Got more coming up. News Talk 95.3, Michiana's news channel.